Assalamu alaikum everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is very interesting, but before I get started, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you never miss a single video. As you may know by the title, I will be telling you the top 20 Islamic foods that are mentioned in the Quran. Inshallah, I will be saying one by one until 20 and saying which surah it's mentioned in and the ayat. Let's begin. The first one is dates. So we probably have already seen this many times in the Quran. Those of you who haven't, well, now you know. It's mentioned in Surah Al-Maryam, ayat 25. And shake the trunk of date palm towards you. It will drop on you fresh ripe dates. The second one is corn. I think this is a very interesting one because we all eat corn all the time and we might not know that this is actually mentioned in the Quran. So it was mentioned in Surah An-Naba, ayat 15, that we may produce therewith corn and vegetations. It is also mentioned in other surahs too, but I will just be mentioning one ayah per food. The third one is ginger. So this was mentioned in Surah Insan, ayat 17. And they will be given to drink a cup of wine mixed with ginger. Of course, you can always go back to the Quran and check all of these ayats just for your own satisfaction. The fourth one is grains. This one is mentioned in Surah Abasa, ayat 24 to 27. Let people then consider their food, how we pour down rain in abundance, and meticulously split the earth open for sprouts, causing grain to grow in it. The fifth one is olives. This is mentioned in Surah An-Nahl, ayat 11. With it he causes to grow the crops, the olives. This is also mentioned in Surah At-Tin, ayat 1. By the fig and the olive. And I know I was just saying one ayat, but this is just a bonus. The sixth one is figs. This is also mentioned in Surah Tin, ayat 1, by the fig and the olive. The seventh one is honey. And this is mentioned in Surah Al-Nahl, ayat 69 to 70. And the Lord has inspired the bees, saying, make thou houses in the hills and in the trees and in the trellises, which they build. There comes forth from their bellies a drink of varying hues. Therein is cure for men. Surely in that is a sign for a people who reflect. The eighth one is milk. This is mentioned in Surah Muhammad, ayat 15. Rivers of milk of which taste never changes. The ninth one is fish. It's mentioned in Surah Kahf, ayat 61. They forgot their fish. This is referencing from the story of Musa alayhi salam. The 10th one is pomegranate. This is mentioned in Surah Ar-Rahman, ayat 68. In both will be fruits and date palms and pomegranates. The 11th one is grapes. It's mentioned in Surah Nahl. With it, he causes to grow for you the crops, the olives, the date palms, the grapes, and every kind of fruit. This is also mentioned in another ayat of Surah Nahl. And from the fruits of date palms and grapes, you obtain date and grape juice, and a goodly provision. The 12th one is banana. This is mentioned in Surah Waqiyah, ayat 29. Among banana trees with fruits piled one above another. The 13th one is gourds. For example, pumpkins. This is mentioned in Surah As-Saffat, ayat 146. And we caused a plant of gourd to grow over him. The 14th one is mint. This is mentioned in Surah Ar-Rahman, ayat 12. and grain having husk and scented plants. However, the word mint specifically hasn't been mentioned in the Quran, but it's still considered to be mentioned in the Quran because the definition of mint is the same as the ayat. The 15th one is Felice. I know this sounds a little bit complicated because it is a fancy word of edible plants. It's mentioned in Surah An-Nahl, ayat 10. It is he who sends down rain from the sky. From it is drink, and from it is foliage in which you pasture. The 16th one is cow. So this is the first animal. Can you guys guess which surah this is from? I'll give you 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. It's mentioned in Surah Al-Baqarah, ayat 67. And remember when Musa said to his people, "Verily, Allah commands you to slaughter a cow." The 17th one is ram, which is also called a lamb, but with horns. This is mentioned in Surah As-Safat, ayat 107. And we ransom him with a great sacrifice, for example, ram. The 18th one is goat. This is mentioned in Surah An-An'am. 8 pairs of sheep, male and female, and of goats, male and female. The 19th one is quill. This is mentioned in Surah Taha, ayat 80. And we sent down to you al-manna and quills. The 20th one, or the last and final one, is fowl. And this is, for example, turkey. It's mentioned in Surah Waqiyah, ayat 21. And the flesh of fowls that they desire. That's it for today, everyone. I hope you enjoyed and also benefit from this video. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you never miss one of my other videos. Also, if you ever have any questions to ask me, you can always write them down in the comments. Hope to see you again soon, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.